Don't blink, it's your boy sitting in the cold weather. But hey, I'm Canadian. I'm almost like a fucking country boy. And if I was a country boy, I'd sing a song somewhat similar to a country song. And then I'd sing the only country song that I know, which is basically Drifter by Falling in Reverse. Only pack my bag and I will never be alone. It's a broken home. I'm a drifter. I'm still Mr. Okay, I don't know the song. Because I don't know the song, I'm gonna try to do something else. Once again, we're singing every single video that we do. That way we get confidence. And even though I'm not a good singer, I think it's kind of funny, and I think it's kind of something we can share, right? So instead, I'm gonna do in the ground I lay, loosen everything. I can see my eyes passing me by. Was it all too much or just not enough? Wake me up. I'm living a nightmare. I will not die, I will survive. I will not die, I'll wait here for you. I feel alive when you're beside me. I will not die. There you go. There's your running joke of the day. Hope you had a laugh, hope you had a smile. Let's get into it. The Dexter, because we're fucking doing Dexter. I want to apologize for this morning. We started doing the Dexter, we didn't finish it. So you see this film, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, right? Well, sadly, this phone was out of battery, right? And ultimately, I try to keep like an hour and a half, 2 hours, to charge the phone before work. But I don't know. Although I love making videos, I truly do. I'm not sure. I think I prefer having a phone and music at work. Just saying, right? So let's continue. We are at episode number. Can I get a drum roll, please? We're at episode number 4 out of 10. I'm gonna try to do it. Okay, let's go. We got Dex, who cares for Lumen. Who is Lumen? Lumen is the hostage that was left into Boyd's house. House of Pain, House of Wax. Really fucking good movie. We find a lot more about the religion, about the religious killing. Okay, cool. Once again, okay. Oh, I already said that. So I watched this show a week ago, right? And because I watched the show, I feel like my hairs are crazy. I don't even see myself because I'm watching my nose more than the camera. Damn, I look good. In the ground, like, so yeah. I have notes. I don't really remember the show, but by reading my notes, hopefully, and the light was created, and the fire was invented or found, and yeah. The wheels were invented more than the fire. Fire wasn't invented. Don't actually know how we capture that knowledge, right? Find notes more about the religious killing. Religious killing, what is that? It's once again the killing in the community and the promising cup and the fact that Deborah is there. There's a really good moments in this show that does a lot for the characters, right? We got Angel foxing with Lopez. Fox things. I actually wrote F-O-X things. I think I wrote fuck, but the I think the note application was like, do not use foul language on me, cancer. They probably didn't even say cancer, you garbage, possibly. So he did fuck thing with Lopez. So Lopez come in and Angel has his bachelor party, right? And they're doing a little fiesta, and they're having cerveza, and they're having mojito or margarita, or they're even having tequila. I was gonna say limoncello, but that's Italian. Let's not be insensitive culturally here, Italian, Cuban, because I believe he's Cuban. It's in Miami. We know that Miami has a strong Cuban culture, but hey, I'm not a pro. Kinda. I just watched the show. So yeah, so he fucks things up with Lopez. So what Lopez does, well, Lopez is kind of an asshole, right? And everybody knows that he's an asshole, right? But he's still a good cop, I guess. And he tells Angel how he used to fuck Lagerta, and because he used to fuck Lagerta, the now current wife of Angel, Angel drunkenly say, "Talk about my wife." No. Angel was drunk. He was also sitting down, and then we hear Lopez talk. And then you just had Angel screaming, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," right? And then he walked up on the stage and he slapped them. Yeah, actually happened. This is why Will Smith's story was a bit shady, because we saw it on Dexter in season 5, episode number 4. Just saying. we have the nanny leaves because you see Dexter, he has this incredible nanny, and because he has this incredible nanny, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I want this amazing nanny for my kid because my kid deserves the best, right? But because I have such a good nanny, I can excuse myself. I can be absent in my child's life because I got a good nanny. And the nanny is like, no bueno, señor Dexter. No, she's not. I think she's possibly English. She has an accent, but I'm not sure as to where from. And yeah, she just leaves. She's like, peace out, bro. You're not never there for your own kid. I'm not gonna be the mom to your kid, even though the mom is dead. Rest in peace, Rita. So yeah, but you understand that the nanny, and again, it's not necessarily shitty. It's kind of well made, but it is a situation. It is a Mike Sorrentino from Jersey Shore. It's a situation, you know. And so the situation is, we kind of know why Dexter is so absent, right? But we do care for Dexter. But so far, everything we saw from the nanny, she's a fucking angel sent from heaven itself. And everything that she does is God sent, right? So when Dexter fucks up, he's like, yo, I kind of fucked up, but I'm the main character, so I can allow it, right? Have you ever heard of plot armor? Plot armor at its finest. But then we like the nanny, so it's like, well, Dexter, you kind of fucked up. She's actually really nice, you know? So that's pretty much it. We had, which means Dex, a bad dad, right? Deb lets suspect go to save a kid. Okay, so guess what? This is actually really, really important. Possibly one of the most important thing in the whole episode. The killer, right? The religious killer, which we found, right, was a bad guy because even the friend or the people from his community are like, no, he's an asshole, dude. Get him. And he has a kid and he has the machete. And this is not me being culturally profiling. He had actually a machete. I can smoke, dude. Pretty cool, huh? And yeah, and she's like, oh my god, Jason, I don't know, what do I do? I let him go, and she let the killer go. Now, by letting the killer go, a lot of people were dead, right? So what is actually really, really cool in this one is we have an informant, and that informant is willing to talk to the cop, the promising cop that I talked about in the first part of this video, but not Deb. And this guy that talked gets killed. So if they were faster to stop that guy, it would have been able to save the informant, which was only doing his job as a good citizen, as a good law-abiding citizen, Jared Butler. So Deb, she let the suspect go, which resulted in more killing, but she did the right thing, right? Which we're gonna see later on why this is so important. Lumen escape. We have Lumen that managed to escape once again. Dexter, stuck in between being a complete asshole and a good dude, kind of let down his guard, and Lumen escaped. And then he catch her. But there's a really sweet moment, and there's a really, 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 really sweet moment that means a lot, so I'm going to tell you a spoiler. Now, if you don't want to hear the spoiler, right, cover your ears and come back on the video in about 10 minutes, because I'm going to say the spoiler anyway, so I guess I might as well do it now. She runs away, and she found a group of kids, of like young man, teenager, that's willing to help her. But now, when you know what is a group of killer that's sick, that kind of kidnapped her or kept her hostage, you understand why she didn't go. But it's still a point of, okay, well, she doesn't trust, she's afraid. She had a chance to run away with them, but she preferred taking a chance with Dexter, who's an actual killer. Doesn't make sense, but kind of makes sense, right? Which is pretty much it. They get closer. There's a really cool scene where Dexter's like, yo, I don't want to hurt you, right? If I wanted to kill you, I would have killed you already. And Lumen is actually helping him because she kind of, I don't remember if she stabbed him or something like that. She hurt him, and she helped him getting better, right? We got 6 sweet women with Deb and Quinn. See, that's the thing. Quinn is in a situation right now, and again, you see, I was complaining in last season about, oh, I don't know what Miguel or Angel, sorry, I always mistake those two. Lagerta and Angel were doing together, and it did feel a little bit because, well, we had those two characters that we didn't do a lot with them, right? So we're here now. Deb and Quinn actually believe in Deb's. She has suffered from shitty relationship. Let's do a runabout on the relationship or the past relationship of Deborah Morgan. So the first one, we remember. Can I get a drum roll, please? The Aisha killer. Good job. Their second one was whom? Second one was Anton, who kind of left her for no right reason. He kind of disappeared from the show. Who knows? Actually plays a good characters in Green Arrow. Also a good show. in case you were wondering. We have episode season number 3. She's back with Lundy, but Lundy didn't really care about her, right? He cared about the job, which is, shit happened, right? And that's in season 4. Season 3, she's with whom? I have forgotten. Schnitzel. That sucks. Oh well, she's with Quinn right now. And Quinn comes back with a relationship with a hot, a very beautiful, but a shitty person. Which, man, I still miss her, dude. Still miss her. Possibly, you know what? I'm gonna be a dude for a second. I'm gonna be a dude. And I'm gonna say, out of the female leads or the female character, of course Debs is top shelf. I sound like an asshole, but it's okay because it's for the show. It's for the boys. That's for the boys. It's for the boys. I possibly would put Deb top shelf because she's chill as fuck. She swears. She's like one of the boys without being one of the boys. Then we possibly have. I'm hesitating between Layla. Hey there, Lila. What's it like in New England? I thought you're sweet, but you're a killer, and you almost got my boy, Dexter. Oh, fuck, you almost had him. Almost had him. Hey there, Lila. Why you put the kid in a burning condo? I think that's fucked up. But is your MO, so then you just got stuck. Oh, Dexter got the final shot. The final shot. Oh, Lila, you were crazy. Oh, Lila, you were crazy. Oh, Lila, you're crazy. Oh, Lila, marry me. 1,000 miles seem pretty far, but your crazy ass will not get far when Dexter comes and go and find your way. He will follow you, so true and true, when stuck a knife inside you. I know I shouldn't promote violence this way, but people know it's a fucking show. So take away your guns and hoes. My pretty interpretation of Lila. And we got the girlfriend of Quinn. You also want a song for her. And well, I don't know her name, so we're gonna call her Queenette. Hey there, Queenette. Have you ever heard of daddy issues? I don't know if you do, but your father is kind of crazy. Yes, he is. I heard he beats up all his kids. Oh, all his kids. He mistreats his wife, and that's not cool, and you should know that's not the way you should be treated, but that doesn't excuse you fuck over Quinn. That's not cool, You know that rules. Oh, she's the daughter of Archer. 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 You know that Quinn had real feeling, but you had to go misleading, and you did my boy dirty. Oh, Queenette, you were fucking cute, but that mind got you true and true. I will never touch you with a pole, and that's your role. Whoa, whoa. That's my interpretation. Can I get some hand claps? None. Everybody left the bar. Okay. Can I still get a free shots? No, okay, cool. So yeah, so where was I going with that? I don't know. Well, Lumen, I don't know. Lumen is not my type. Sorry, Lumen. All due pleasure. You ain't crazy enough. What can I say? Hispanic killing. Okay, Lumen and Dex is outside, right? When I mean outside, I mean in the coffee shop, right? Which is outside because she's still being kidnapped. It's more so a voluntary kidnap because she doesn't leave. And she pinky promised little Dexty that she wasn't going to do it. And when you pinky promise little Dexty, you become bestie. When you become bestie, you don't betray your bestie, right? Right, you're right. We have more of the Hispanic killing, which is very wrong of me to say. I wrote down Hispanic killing, but it's Cuban killing in the Cuban community of the lovely city or lovely island, I don't fucking know, of Miami. But it leads to nowhere. It leads to nowhere, and the fact that, okay, well, there's a lot of killings, and they're like, oh my god, we know who it is, we don't know where he is, and it kind of sucks. Because you know exactly, okay, so, if you have a killer, right? If you have a killer, amazing, right? Amazing. But there's a build-up for him. We don't really know if it's him, we're not really sure it's him. See, and that's the thing with the season 5 that's a bit weird. Usually we have parallel Dexter killing, the police department trying to do their job, right? ultimately speaking, Dexter's gonna get ahead, but him working with the police, like, okay, well, it got away, right? And that's one thing. But then you realize that in this one, it's not parallel, it's perpendicular, which is going each direction, right? And you're like, oh, Dexter killing is a bit more nice. But are Dexter killing a bit more nice because I prefer Dexter, or because that killer wasn't nice? The answer, I don't know, right? I do not know. I don't know why. At least nowhere. Lumen returned to kill, right? Lumen returned to kill. When did I write that? But can't sleep. I think, actually, no, I have no idea what I was trying to say here. Lumen returned to kill, okay. Ah, yes, okay, cool, I remember. See? Fucking ADHD, hello. So Lumen, Dex tells her, no, you're gonna run away. You have a chance at normal life. She said, oh, but I want to kill them. It's like, Dexter's like telling her, no, you don't want to. I'll trade you your liberty. But if I trade you your liberty, right, you have to go away. And she's like, okay. And then she returns, and she said, no, I want to kill them. And then she cannot sleep. And Dexter explains why she cannot sleep and what is the risk. And it kind of, it's funny. Dexter kind of, not necessarily, I'm gonna say initiator to the Code of Harry, but it's version of the Code of Harry. So without the whole moral aspect, without just the main line. And the problem with the main line is Dexter, the reason why he is right now is because of how he was raised, right? The seed that grew into roots that grew into a tree, right? Now with Lumen, you have a seed that grew into a tree. Where's the roots? At a simple push, this tree will fall. Now, you're gonna say, oh, Ink, you're exaggerating. Excuse me, you remember Miguel? Remember when Dexter taught him a little bit of the Code of Harry? Remember? Okay, you remember, that's good. You remember how Miguel handed? Now you can say, yeah, but Miguel was a friend in Lumen. Sure, but in the same situation, right? Okay. Number 6, baby. Sweet moment with Dev and Quinn. Dev and Quinn are this funny, like, not necessarily love and hate, but kind of love and hate. But again, it's the fact that you really believe in them. I actually really like Quinn in this season, and I always like Deb. So I'm like, okay, well, these two are my faves, and because my faves are going to be together, I at least will be able to be the godfather of their kids, right? Their unborn child. So it's kind of cute. But ultimately speaking, is you buy the relationship, but you buy it more as a not necessarily friend with benefit, but it's like, okay, well, the honeymoon phase is here. They're fucking a lot. Pardon my French. But it's apart from that, they're not really romantic. But again, you don't really see Quinn as a romantic guy, and you don't really see Deborah as a romantic guy, even though she's a woman and should be treated as such. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? We got more with Harry, right? Code of Harry. Let's remember with Harry. What is actually cool here is that Harry he's telling. It's kind of funny because to a certain degree, it does feel like Harry is a. Okay. So Harry's dead, right? And in season 1 and in season 2, you really believe that everything that Harry's saying is something he either said before or something he would say, and Dexter has the confirmation that he would say that. But then, after the Code of Harry is being put in question, right? Oh, but no, I don't want to see that. Sorry. I was clicking and I was watching possibly Corn, so I don't want Corn to pop on the stream. Because I'm also recording the screen for a stream. And then we had the question, the Code of Harry question, right? And it does feel like the Code of Harry changed. Instead of being the guy that's always over Dexter's shoulders, right? Dexter will call upon Harry. Oh, I need you right now. Or what would Harry do, right? And it's more free. It's like, what would Harry say, right? And it's kind of cool because Dexter takes liberty. Oh, I think he would say that, but there's no confirmation. There's not even a hint. There's not even a hint of, oh yeah, he would have said that, right? It's just, maybe he would have said that. I think he would have said that. La-di-da-la-di-da. So we have more of Harry, and this version of Harry is what I'm going to be teaching to Lumen. And then the biggest difference between those two, which is really nice, is we saw Harry a lot. When it was the Code of Miguel, Harry was telling Dexter, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. And that's when for the first time in the series, Dexter's like, yeah, fuck Harry, dude. I want to listen to myself. I want to listen to myself. I want to be my own One Direction. Little shout out to Harry Styles, right? Because I have to. And then when it comes to Lumen, you see that Harry doesn't really say to Dexter, "Don't do it, do not do it," right? It's kind of cool. We got a Dexter who's being a good dad, and it's kind of cool because Dex being a good dad is possibly because the nanny is not there, right? But he gets her back. You see, the nanny, the stupid thing is she leaves, and then in the same episode, they're like, Dexter convinced her. Dexter convinced her to come back. So why did you do that? Why would you do that? Why didn't you say, like, why didn't you have them sit down together and say, hey, if you don't take care of your kid, I'm gonna leave? Now, it does feel like it's narratively more interesting, but it feels like a narrative that didn't need to be there. And when your show is putting in too much narrative that you don't need to be there, it's possibly because the show in itself is lacking. But who knows? Did I fuck up? And we're back. Sorry about this, guys. I didn't fuck up. I thought I was done recording the voice on the stream itself. With Harry, Lumen catch a guy. Okay, cool. So Lumen catch a guy, right? And that guy. So what happened is she kind of, okay. So in the last episode, we know she's not leaving, right? And the scene that I didn't talk about, and the scene that actually makes sense now, was Lumen was constantly her word, constantly. And then what happened was, she goes to the airport and she's being sick for methyl, right? And they're touching her, and because they're touching her, it reminds her of the trauma of being R word, right? Because of that, she goes back. So we know that she's back, but Dexter doesn't know, right? She catch one of the guys that was one of the person that did that to her, that did the trauma to her. Now, the good thing here, the really cool thing is, there's a moment in which, and I think that's brilliant, there's a moment in which that's fucking so smart to put that in the show. I couldn't believe my own eyes, and I got two. So what they do is, Lumen catch a guy, and the guy swears up and down, she's crazy, I didn't do nothing, right? And for a second, you can see in Dexter's face, I kind of believe the guy. He's like, are you sure that's the guy? Maybe you're only having trauma, right? Ultimately speaking, that is very cool, because it does show that Dexter feels sympathetic to Lumen, but she doesn't have carte blanche. She doesn't have, like, full budget on what to do, right? But then we catch the same guy actually calling, and then they're saying, yo, she's alive, which raises the alarm for the other criminals. We don't know how many other criminals there is. That's pretty much it. We got the Quinn bar scene, and it's kind of cool because Debs, she keep on saying that, oh, he's only a fuck, but then she see Quinn get hit on by a woman because he's Mr. good-looking guy, right? And actually, the actor, if you see him nowadays, aged like fine freaking wine. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool. So she see him get hit on, and she's like, oh my god, that's my man. She get jealous, which is possibly like, oh, lovey-dovey, right? And then you feel bad for Deb because, see, I don't know if a lot of people believe that or are gonna understand that, but in my mind, Deb is Dex's sister. And because we love Dexter and we see the world through Dexter's eye, she kind of becomes our little sister. She's kind of become a person that we want to protect, right? Even though this season she's been a rock hard sister, she's been there for Dexy, she's still a little sister to Dexter. So you don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to. And there's the fatal, like, oh, we know Quinn is a player, and then you're in a position of you're a dude and you have a girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend, but she's a friend as a woman. You're not a friend as a woman. She's going out with a player. And what do? You just take the bro code even though you don't know the guy, or you tell the girl, like, no, this guy's no good, you know? It's a tough situation. It's a tough Mike Sorrentino. I watched a lot of Jersey Shore lately, so that's why the situation is a word I use a lot. So yeah, so grenades, GTL, Jet Time Laundry, taxi here, t-shirt time, yeah. Am I forgetting something? I'm pretty much forgetting a lot. Just okay. That's not the show that we're reviewing. Dex is absent, right? Again, Dex being an absent dad, right? Next thing that's that kind of sucks because he just promised the nanny. I'm gonna be so much better, bruh. I promise you. Then we have the really nice duality between Quinn and Deb, and it's funny because Quinn and Deb, when you don't, Quinn and Deb, it's easy to see why it would work, but it's also easy to see why it wouldn't work, right? These guys possibly have a lot in common, but doesn't mean that they belong together. Versus Angel and Lagerta, and these two, they look like they're in the same age group. They both hold justice to a higher regard. They're both pretty. They both have a pretty similar view of what to do and what not to do, right? So when you see that, you're like, okay, well that makes sense, right? And then you see Quinn and Deb, that's like, I don't know if it's gonna be working. But then you see them, and they're really like a nice couple versus Angel and Lagerta. And then like, they're going through a rough patch, right? So it's kind of nice with duality, and it's again I believe it's because I prefer the couple. Listen, I love Angel. There's a lot of things that I love about Angel. For example, me amo when Angel he takes Dexter under his wing, and he meets Lila, and he's like, yo, I'm Dexter's best friend, which Dexter never said he was his best friend. Angel just thought he was his best friend and say, yo, I'll be your best friend, right? And then Dexter kind of have a best, he tried to want the best man, and Angel right away is like, oh, yo, it's me, right? So it's kind of cool. It's really cool. But then Angel gets less and less moments, and the moments that he has are not necessarily boring, but not necessarily interesting, right? When you have Quinn, who's also a good actor, but when you have Quinn that has more scene than freaking Angel that's been there since season 1, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Quinn has been introduced in season 2, and I know what you're gonna say. Ink, there's 8 seasons. Season 2 is possibly OG. Is it, or season 1 is OG? Because I believe season 1 is OG. That's pretty much it. Episode number, drumroll please. Why aren't you scrolling? I don't know what happened. I maybe should do this to get you to scroll. Oh, you lag, oh, you lag. Oh, you lag, oh, you lag. Okay, so my notes application as